All right, it is Good Friends, Good Games, episode 72. There's a lot going on in the world. I have established that I might potentially try to move to Canada. Yes, things have reached that point. And yeah, that's that. Things are just getting way too wild for me down here. It's getting out of control.
It's wet and wild down there because it's raining.
Yeah, wet and wild down there. You know where else is wet and wild? The Olympics.
Oh my god! It's the fuck Olympics.
Yeah, the fuck Olympics. Before we started before we actually started the show here, Dill had mentioned to us a very interesting article he's read. Yep. Dill, how did you refer to it? The condom chaos
crisis hits Milano Games on Valentine's Day.
Condom crisis.
They're out of condoms.
Yeah, they had 10,000 condoms, and apparently they've gone through them all in 3 days.
So the world has a RAM shortage, but Italy has it's Italy, right? Milan, you said?
It's Italy, yeah.
Yeah. Italy has a condom shortage.
How many people are competing in the Winter Olympics?
Let's see.
That's
here.
what I want to know now.
Let's figure this out.
Winter Olympics.
Well, that might explain why my country is doing so bad at the Winter Olympics, because they're too busy getting it on.
Yeah, because apparently approximately 2,900 athletes across over 90 countries are participating in the Olympics. So,
okay,
yeah,
and they had 10. Wait.
The condoms were more than 3 times the amount of Olympic people that were there. Roughly.
Okay. So they're averaging roughly 3 sessions.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, they should have had about 100,000 condoms. On the sounds of it, it's not 10,000.
Here's what I want to know. Okay, is somebody supplying these condoms? Is there
most likely? I reckon Durex. Probably Durex.
It could probably be the entire Norway Olympic team, because they are Vikings. They will fuck everything that moves.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
But like, do they just call, like, does Trojan go like, we're gonna sponsor the Winter Olympics? Here's 10,000 rubbers.
Trojan,
have at it.
Durex, whatever.
Trojan, Greece Olympics.
Do they bid for it?
It all makes sense.
Do they bid for it? Like, do all the condom companies just bid for the supplier of the Olympics?
They got to. They have to. Like, they're probably do Russian roulette with like condoms. They're like, if you can get this on the pole, you will use your condoms. Yeah.
On the pole.
Yeah.
The only pole vaulting that happens in the Winter Olympics is when you actually dick down someone.
Oh my god! Spinning round, reverse cowbell style.
We got the comments here. Sports be stressful. The giggity is good relief.
Indeed.
It'd be cold.
Well,
how do you keep each other warm?
It's also a good way to get over disappointment.
Yes.
You let your country down, may as well have an orgy.
Yes.
Maybe because your team,
Olympics.
Zenith, maybe because you guys are doing so bad is because you're bitter because you're not getting laid up there.
Maybe.
Possibly.
I mean, to be fair, probably like half the Canadian team that's getting laid is probably like the men's hockey team.
Okay, I was gonna say, if you guys are doing, you're at least winning hockey, right? Or like you're at least
yes.
Okay, God, because I was about to say you just walk away, just get in the plane and go back home.
Like the women's hockey team lost to the U.S. Rather handily, actually.
Damn.
And I'm currently watching curling, another sport that Canada's good at, and they just blew a 5-0 lead.
Ow.
Oh.
Could you imagine the conversations going on like between these like athletes? They're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck the curling guy after the games today." Like,
it's like, oh man, we're sucking. Don't worry, these aren't going to be the only stones I'm playing with today.
It takes a lot of concentration curling. It takes a lot of concentration. So.
It's like a gigantic high school, dude. Like the star athlete, Chibi's in the chat. It's like high school
gets laid. Yeah.
The star athletes are the ones just raking it in, and then you got the ones at the bottom tier that are lucky if they get one.
Yes.
Jesus.
Or maybe they have each other. Who knows?
That is bonkers. I heard the stories. Like, I've heard the stories, like, because there was an article like during the last Olympics where I think they had an STD problem or something. Like something spread rampant throughout the thing, you know?
Oh.
And then you find out that they just straight up debauchery. Just straight debauchery and fucking free for all over there. Literally. Just straight literally. Well, that is the Winter Olympics. I have not watched any of the games, unfortunately. I have they're always on at weird times.
They're on like during the daytime for me, I think, but then for the US it's like really early.
Late at night, yeah.
For me, like I'm ready, like almost ready to go to bed at night. What I do is I've been laying in bed and I say, oh, they have like a downhill skiing on. And so I'll put that on. They'll sometimes have like a curling match that goes on, so I'll watch either one depending on which one's the more interesting. I don't really root for athletes anymore because I just like expect disappointment. So so yeah, it's been kind of nice, and then it's kind of cool to have something to watch like the moment I wake up, you know, while I'm getting ready for stream.
They do the popular ones first, right? Like the snowboarding and the skiing and all that stuff. Those typically go first in the games, right? And then they start segueing into the less popular sports.
No, because like hockey is like the absolute last event.
Oh, so they maybe like do like the popular stuff and then go out with a banger or something like hockey. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so like it kind of depends. It just goes in waves. Like I know like a lot of like the snowboarding stuff was pretty early. And then they also had the and then I think like in the middle it's like a lot of like the moguls, you know, like the downhill skiing where it's got like the mountains and they have to kind of just like, you know, go back side to side, and then they have to do like a backflip or stunt like right off the ramps. That shit is cool.
What is it? I always like what's the bobsled or whatever the one is where they
the luge. That's one of the
luge. Yeah. Where they get the thing and then they just fucking shoot down that tunnel, dude. Fuck that. I would not do that shit.
So many G-forces.
Yeah, the one where you have to go like face first. I'd be shitting myself.
Oh god, yeah.
Pow ended up on the feed where the dudes like put the GoCam or whatever it is, the GoPros or whatever on their helmets, and then like it's like going down Double Diamond Mountain for the first time on a snowboard, and then like you see the guy do the creep, like the hopping creep up to the edge to go down, and you just look, and I'm like, nope, I'm out, because it's just like straight down. No, thank you, sir.
Yeah, there's one thing that does make me sad about the Olympics, and you're probably gonna be, oh, of course you would think this. I'm sad because like in hockey, you are not allowed to get into fights at the Olympics. Which makes me sad because last time Team USA and Canada played each other, the first 9 seconds of the game was just nothing but people punching the shit out of each other. And it was the best entertainment I've ever seen, and no hockey's played.
Yeah, why would they?
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, the NHL turns into the WWE for like a good minute, or the UFC. Like,
and it's great.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, that was like at the height
fights are replaced by fucks.
Yeah, but if you think about it this way, when that stuff was going on last year, it was at the height of when like tariffs were a thing and the 51st state nonsense. So at that point, it was more like, you know what, fuck you, this is for my country.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, you know what, I'm just here to win a gold medal. And
they tariff the fighting,
fuck everything that moves.
We're gonna just tariff on all your fighting in hockey. Now you gotta pay a tariff every time you fight in hockey. Stupid shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So apparently condom crisis in the Olympics. I hope they get it worked out. I hope someone comes through and
emergency like
contraceptives
payload drop. like straight away. Just drop a payload of like 10,000 more condoms.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Mom, how was it born? The Olympics, my dear.
The Olympics.
No!
You're going to be a star athlete.
I was an athlete.
Yeah, it's in your blood.
Yeah.
Like,
no wonder you're 7 foot tall.
So so we got the Olympic situation going on here, and then there's some really bonkers shit going on with Discord. Chibi, please, followed by a sausage casing shortage. What the hell? No, that is not a valid way to do that.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes.
There's there's a bunch of bonkers shit going on with Discord right now. There's a whole age verification situation that seems complicated in a sense because it's all dependent on certain situations. But then I'm thinking about how do they determine what those situations are? Like what warrants it, what doesn't warrant it? Like and I'm totally green on this whole thing. I haven't looked into it deep enough. All I know is it's presenting a problem that we have to solve on our end.
Dill, do you want to do a quick rundown?
Yeah, let's do a quick rundown of this.
What you're going to get is basically what we already have in the UK, where if you want to access certain kind of content, mainly adult content, you have to verify with either a facial recognition of your face, an image of your face, or ID. And the reason why a lot of people don't want to do this with Discord especially is because Discord had a data breach back in October 2025 where over 70,000 IDs were stolen.
Yeah, and not to mention, so they came out with like a follow-up message saying that, well, it just stays on your phone, but then like when you're submitting your information for the for data, it's basically data collection, guys. Let's not kid ourselves here. But then when you have, like when you're submitting your age verification, it says that your information goes to a third party called Persona.
Yes.
So it's like, wow, you guys are lying.
Yep.
Well, okay.
No, they're not lying. They changed the terms of service recently.
Right.
So they lied up until that point. Yes.
Okay.
Here is where things get murky, right? Because, and I'm not saying I'm with Discord on any of this or against what Discord is on any of this, right? Like I'm indifferent to the whole thing right now because I don't know all the details of it. But from what I do know in my work experience is a lot of stuff gets farmed out to third party, right? Yeah. Now it is us as the first party that is responsible to see that the policies and everything are being followed to our standards, but it is farmed out to a third. But because if you look at it, I don't know the size of Discord's team, right? But let's say Discord is a team of 2,500 employees or something like that. 2,500 employees versus I would imagine 7 figures of Discord accounts, possibly maybe high 6 figures of Discord accounts that are out there in the Discord world. That is a huge undertaking that a particular staff of Discord size might not be able to facilitate. Now Zenith's concerns are valid and warranted, but this also comes to a situation of like the people at Discord, whoever's in charge of security and data protection and all of that stuff at Discord, would have to see that the third party is following the standards that they lay out.
Yeah.
Now, what's Persona is the name of the company, which is fucking awkward for a video game oriented company.
Which Persona though? Is it Persona 3?
Yeah, Persona.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that's how I fucking feel on Discord.
That's how I feel sometimes in real life.
Okay. Is that the actual company name? It's just Persona?
Yes. Also, by the way, according to the reports, as of January 2024, there are roughly about 800 to 900 employees in Discord.
Okay, that makes it even more difficult for them to facilitate this.
Persona, is it Inc or something like that, or just called Persona?
It is apparently is a Persona third-party identity processor. Let me look this up.
Party verification.
It is called. They are
identities.
called. Yeah, persona identities.
What are you all about?
My question is, who uses persona identities? That is the.
Been around since 2018, so it's been around about 8 years. Has 0 data breaches or leaks. That can change though.
Okay, so I'm looking at their client list. OpenAI, God, Jesus Christ,
Yep.
OpenAI, but an obvious one here. Square is when you buy stuff at your artist alley or whatever. They swipe your credit card, the little things on the iPhone or whatever. Nextdoor, which is Nextdoor app.
Flipsters in there.
Okay, Okta is a 2FA authenticator app.
Yep.
So Okta's big in the corporate in the corporate world.
Playboy's in here.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
Okay. Do they have some of the biggest clients in the world where I'd be like, oh,
No.
yeah, this is probably okay, but they also don't have, it's also not like they're a slouch in clientele.
Nah.
So, this is up in the air. I really don't know. I really don't know.
It's still unfolding.
Yeah, it's
unfolding. But a lot of people that are reporting like some of the stuff is not good. But right now, all you can really do is just
hope,
wait and see, and see what comes of it.
It is really, really, really weird. And then someone, I think it was Chibi in the chat here who brought it up, where it's like, okay, how do who's to enforce it where a company, or not a company, a Discord channel says we are age appropriate and then post adult content? Who's monitoring that?
I will give you a big guess as to what I think they're using.
Okay, go ahead.
Go on, guess.
Like to monitor it?
To monitor it, I think I know what they're going to use. It's something that we all know about.
Oh, God. You think they're going to use some open AI tool or Chat GPT or whatever to be monitoring this?
Yep. AI 100%, because
some language learning model.
Yeah, AI has made a very, very concerning boom. And there's a lot that I want to say, but I will choose not to.
Yeah.
All right.
The funny thing
podcast done. Wrapped up. I'm tired.
I'm mentally already fucking exhausted.
I will say the funny thing that has come out of this, though, is that a lot of people in response to this happening is that they've actually made custom tools where you can use like Gmod to make facial expressions on the open AI and on the verification thing, and it works. So like there are ways to bypass this that people are already discovering.
People seem to forget.
You can even use Death Stranding 2. You can use the models in Death Stranding 2.
I saw a guy trying to like verify him by like drawing like a face on his thumb.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd be surprised the number of meetings I sit in now with vendors that we have that are pushing an AI based product. You could use your AI tool to do this and to facilitate this and da 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 da. Thankfully, I work in an industry that is highly prefers face-to-face interaction. Not face-to-face interaction, but like get a person on the phone.
Yeah.
Direct communication
behind the wheel.
Yeah. Like direct communication with someone on the phone, because we told them that we're like, dude, our business very, very, I don't want to say dependent, because that's not necessarily true, right? We can obviously change that, but our business is heavily based currently around, for lack of a better word, face-to-face interaction. Like getting someone on the phone, talking with a live human. That is heavily like how our business is based right now. And then the guy kind of had a defeated look on his face.
Good.
He's like, nice guy. I won't take that away from him. He was a great guy. He did his pitch and all that stuff. But it's like you could tell like more and more people are just not biting into this stuff.
Yeah, good.
And it kind of becomes like, it's obviously it's a buzzword, right? AI this, AI that, language model, blah, 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 blah. It's all the fucking buzzwords. And then when you actually have to get the pitches and hear the pitches, then you have to start looking at it and see how it integrates into your business and your product and all this kind of nonsense. And then that's where you determine, like, this might not be the best approach for us, And
fair.
Now, especially like, in a company I work in where we have very stringent, like, protection policies in place for data, et cetera, we are starting to hinder the use of AI more and more and more within the organization. Like, because, and this is another thing people are tending to forget, these people are treating us like AI is going to take over everything, blah, 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 blah. AI is only as good as the information it has to work from and learn from.
True.
So that means
to have an input.
Everything has to be in existence in some way, shape, or form for it to develop a response. Like,
yes.
Zenith in the chat here. He says he feels like 50. I'm almost there. So fucking.
Yes. I'm the youngest here, which is weird to feel.
I'm. Part of me doesn't want it to happen, but then deep down, part of me is like, I hope I live to see when fucking Skynet takes over and the Terminators start roaming the streets.
I need to live. My ultimate goal for living is to live long enough to see all the cool shit that I want to play and watch come out. That's all it comes down to.
Right.
That's all I care about at this point, especially in recent news.
Well. Let's get into some good news, right?
Yeah.
Let's flip the script a little bit here. We'll do something a little different. We're going to start with the state of play.
Yeah.
Since we're already on the time. Okay. I'm assuming we all watched State of Play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay, good. We all watched it. Oh god, here comes Morgan to ruin it.
I did not get a chance to because I didn't have the time. However, I did do a crash course on it, so it's like I did like a cram session last night just so that
you need me to post a link for the
this is
the
also my apology
in
yeah
chat.
This is my apology to the team. I did not post the
because I have an article right here if you need it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I did do one for the Overwatch thing.
Boop. There you go.
Okay, good.
Awesome.
Let me go ahead and go to this article here.
The Verge, everyone. Because I'm on the verge of crashing out. Anyway, sorry.
You're crashing out. All right, here we go. Oh, theverge.com. Learn how to build a PC.
I mean, I already learned, so that's that. Yeah.
Oh, were you not there for that meme when that went down?
No.
The Verge did a build a PC article, and the guy got roasted. Like,
oh wait, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, because the dude didn't know how to thermal paste or anything.
Ooh, it's not hard. You just put a little blob and then just put it on. Done.
Yep, and then.
Yeah, just don't be like me and try and put your CPU chip back in and say, oh, it's upside down. Great. I gotta clean up this thermal paste. This is bad.
Yeah, this is
You
bad.
were fine. You were just panicking. You were fine.
I mean,
did you get it all over the board?
Yeah. And not as
Is
bad
that what
as
happens,
I've
Zenith?
seen people who have forgotten to remove the plastic film on the coolers.
Yep.
I've seen that before.
Yeah,
Jesus.
remove the plastic film.
Or why is it so warm?
Or people
That's
put because like most coolers have the pre-applied like tape or paste or whatever pattern on there, and then they'll put the thermal paste and that, and then their fucking CPU starts baking eggs, and they're like,
no.
"What the hell's going on?" You have to clean that off, people. If you're using your own thermal paste, wipe off the pre-applied shit.
Yep, that's what I did.
Chibi says, Eric, did you guys do your homework? Dylan Zen, I did. Morgan. Mm-hmm.
See, here's the funny thing. Back in school, I was always the one that actually got their homework done first. But since I became like an adult, like
tables.
What a nerd.
I've been so busy. I've had like so much going on recently, but I did at least try to like review all the stuff that came out like last night before I went to bed.
It's okay. I watched the state of play. Now, did I take extensive notes, et cetera, et cetera? No, but what I can tell you was, in my own personal opinion, that was a little mid. But you guys might have different opinions.
Ooh, I actually think that was the strongest state of play since the PS5 launched.
That's not a high bar, Dill.
I know, exactly. That's what I mean.
That's not a high bar. Okay, let's go through this a little bit here. Okay. State of play was on Thursday. Here's what we got announced. Okay, first thing that they launched with, I remember off the top of my head, the first thing that they launched with was the new Kenna video game. This is
that looks amazing. Probably to me like the coolest reveal of the state of play.
Yeah. And also apparently I think the first game is on sale on Steam right now if anyone wants to go buy it and check it out.
Oh. Do I have Steam? I don't know. I have Steam open. Okay. Let me get Steam open. But yeah, the new Kenna video. Kenna is a fantastic game. The first one is gorgeous.
I need to play it.
It's a beautiful, well done game. I highly recommend you play that. Kenna is on sale for $19.99.
Yes.
Okay. So that is Kenna. Kenna, and is this out of order?
If you scroll to the bottom, it puts it in order, basically.
Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, because they basically posted it for each thing that was revealed up until the end. So that's why it's like you have to go scroll down to the bottom bit, and then you have to scroll up for the whole thing.
Or we just do our friendly thing here called Control F. Yes, Kenna Scars of is it Cosmora? Cosmora. Okay, Scars of Cosmora. Sequel to 2021's Kenna Bridge of Spirits, launching PlayStation and PC sometime in 2026. So this is going to be very soon.
True.
Very, very, very soon. All right. That looks great. I will say, I was like, this is a strong start.
Yes.
And then we made our way here to, this is out of order for me. Let me see here.
Scroll to the bottom. That's what I just told you.
Oh, I see what they're doing. Okay, yes. Okay.
Yes.
They're going that way. It's one of those like live feed ones. It's the live feed of it. Okay. We got the Ghost of Yotai Legends mode. This is like a multiplayer
co-op game mode, but it's basically being released, I think, for free with the base game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's free,
free
I'm good
DLC.
with that.
Free DLC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Free
Launches
DLC.
on the 10th of March.
10th
they
of
did
March.
the same thing with Ghost of Tsushima, if I remember correctly.
Right. The Legends mode. Okay. Expansion, looks to bring more Japanese folklore. 4-player squads will fight all kinds of mythical creatures. So is this along the lines of, is the Legends mode along the lines of like a Monster Hunter, or is it's not like a Fortnite thing, right?
It's kind of like a Monster Hunter kind of like beat up where like up to I think 4 players can like fight a mythical creature from mythology in terms of the Japanese mythology. Yeah.
Okay. March 10th. And then this was a big announcement. Death Stranding 2 is coming to PC March 19th.
Yes.
When did the PlayStation release happen?
Oh god, hang on. It was last year. Death Stranding.
I'm trying to see if it's a 12-month or a 6-month window now that they're doing.
It came out in June last year. So that's 8th month window. Well, it's only 9 months, I guess, in March.
So they're doing 9 months to a year for PC release.
Though I will say, it looks like the Kenna games will release on PC and PS5 simultaneously.
Zenith says Bloodborne doesn't exist.
Shh.
Yeah.
Don't listen to him, Cal. Don't listen to him.
You guys keep going in there expecting them to say something about Bloodborne.
I didn't. I was just like watching them all freaking like hoping, just like, yes, hope, you peasants, hope.
I got news for you. Bloodborne 2 is being worked on by the same team that is working on Half-Life 3. It is a giant team of nobody.
It's nobody, no one, and nothing.
It is nobody's. That's why Zenith is so disappointed. You can see the look in his face.
Don't worry, it'll be picked up by the Duke Nukem Forever team, meaning we'll see it like after I'm dead.
Yes.
It's going to be on the Steam box.
There are also people who are expecting Devil May Cry 6 as well to happen Even though the freaking lead guy who made Devil May Cry series has left Capcom.
That guy doesn't even like make video games anymore. He's not in the video game business anymore.
Yeah.
He sells used cars in the middle of the Midwest.
Oh
somewhere.
yeah, Callum wanted Kingdom Hearts 4. Not for another few years, bud.
We'll talk about Kingdom Hearts later. I don't know what is this for loop? I don't know what for loop is, but I saw it and I'm like, it's a spacey game.
It's made by Bad Robots Games, the film studio. The
J.J. Abrams
now.
guy?
Bad Robot is the people that did Lost.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
So they're making this 4 loop, which looks like a Left 4 Dead clone with like weird alien creatures from the looks of it.
Am I tripping? I'm sorry, because I'm looking at Pragmata here. There was also a Nintendo Direct. Did I miss something?
Yeah, Pragmata is just
There
modern
was
Banjo-Kazooie.
a Nintendo partner showcase. It wasn't really anything that good.
Okay, it wasn't the Nintendo Direct.
No, Nintendo just third party stuff, and honestly, it was like a 3 out of 10 from me from that. It was
Okay,
like, it was okay.
we don't need to worry about Nintendo's partner showcase because we're talking about a partner showcase here. Pragmata looks interesting.
It does, yes.
What about it looks like Banjo-Kazooie, Zenith?
Well, because a girl is on your back and you're some like big, strong dude instead of a big strong bear. The only thing she doesn't do is blah, blah, blah.
I gotta say, isn't the partner for Banjo-Kazooie a bird?
Yes.
Yes. I'm glad you...
Yeah.
Zenith, he's confused now, Zenith. Look what you've done.
The only thing I know about Banjo-Kazooie is Donkey loves him. That's all I know.
You're a Brit and you've never played Banjo-Kazooie?
No.
He is past that time. Dill is from the GameCube era.
Yes.
Dill.
I'm the PS1 era, I guess.
Banjo-Kazooie and Conker's Bad Fur Day is full of nothing but British humor. How have you not played these games?
You might as well be telling Dill, like, you might be being like, Dill, you've never heard the Beatles? Like, that he was not
He plays Pokemon. Pokemon was before he was born.
But to be fair, they've been shoving Pokemon down everyone's throat for...
roughly around the time I was born.
Banjo-Kazooie was the time after you're born as well.
Yeah.
Yes, but unfortunately,
Exactly.
Banjo-Kazooie wasn't on my
Your argument
radar
isn't valid.
because it's an old game that they've left in the past.
He's got a point. Nope,
Yeah.
it's not like they're out
They didn't make any new ones.
Yeah, like it's kind of hard to play when they like don't like port it over to a lot of things.
Someone should talk to Microsoft about that, and I'm sure they'll get right on it.
You know.
Yeah, this is the same. At the same time, though, people that worked on Banjo-Kazooie are they all left to play. Actually, no, they're doing Playtonic. They work for Playtonic, which is ukulele.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a modern one.
Yeah, it's well modern one.
Zen is renaming you Baby Dill Gamer.
Because I'm like nearly 10 years younger than him.
Yes.
I got news for you. I got news for you, Dill. You are almost in the realm of you're not young anymore. I'm sorry to scare you.
I'm 30 in like over a month.
Yeah, see? So
you first met me when I was 21, bud. How does that make you feel?
I got news for you. Dill, I don't want to break your heart. I don't want to hurt your feelings or whatever, but like in about a month and a half, your life's over.
Yeah.
You will.
I don't care. God of War's remake's coming out in like 3
your life
years,
your life will be resorted to working and then paying bills.
That he'll enjoy the remake.
I'm already paying
Beyond
bills.
His
What are you
Grave.
talking about? I'm already paying bills and paying taxes. Fuck off.
Oh, good. You started early.
I started paying taxes when I got a job. Jesus
Actually,
Christ.
you know what? You probably might already be there because you got excited last pod about your drill and your handyman tools. And that's how you know. That's how you know you've reached that peak. Pal got excited because we bought a fucking shop vac, like the big ones you roll around on the floor and it sucks everything up. Yes, you got excited about that. That's the life we lead now.
I bought a power drill for myself last year because, I needed one.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I
then
was
you're like
excited about it. I just like I need this tool. I use tool. Done.
Yeah, and then you hear it go zzz for the first time and you're like, yeah. You feel like you have
mine
power.
doesn't just do that. Mine does it and lights up. So you have a torch on it as well.
Yeah, it's like when Thanos got all the stones.
Yeah.
He knew everything was fucked after that. He's like, yeah. All right.
Yeah. Anyway,
apparently Pragmata Banjo-Kazooie is Capcom's
apparently
sci-fi action game that is was also featured at Nintendo's Direct, but is a little quieter. It's a taste of the game's atmosphere. Okay, so I don't know exactly what Pragmata is about. I've seen the clips.
Neither do I.
I've seen the footage, but it is Capcom. Capcom, I will say, has been on a good run lately.
True.
They've been doing good. I will let them have it. I will probably check out Pragmata.
I wanted to. More curiosity.
Here's another big one. Dead or Alive is not dead.
No, it's alive with 6.
Morgan is excited. Morgan, take the wheel. What about Dead or Alive are you excited about?
So, well, just because it's like it's in the universe of like all the characters and whatnot, so that has me really excited. But the thing is that it's not really so much about Dead or Alive 6 last round, because that's been out for a long time. It's more that they talked about there would be a new entry in the title that's currently in development. That's the part that I was really excited about.
30th anniversary this year, if I remember correctly, they said.
I think so.
Yeah. A lot of birthdays for games this year.
Last round is being ported to the PS5 though, so I think that's like part of the announcement.
The only thing that I remember from like them showing Dead or Alive 6 is the photo mode they did that they're doing apparently for Dead or Alive 6. And when you do photo mode, you can move the characters in photo mode. But the only thing that jiggled was the boobs.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, good lord.
Like, for the listening room, that Zenith could puzzle.
Was motionless while you were moving it, and the only thing that actually jiggled was the boobs. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Dead or Alive is the fighting game where the girls are in like skimpy bikinis and stuff, right?
I think that's the pool, the beach game, right? The beach one game. Yes, that's what I remember.
There is, but I think you can actually get some of those costumes in Dead or Alive 6.
Oh yeah. You can't have it. You can't have this without DLC content you could buy the swimsuits. Okay.
Yes. So next up on the list, I want to know if any of you have actually played Legacy of Kain.
I have never played Legacy of Kain.
No. Because I watched that and I was like, this is quite an old game. How old is this?
I mean, what is Legacy of Kain, Dill? Don't leave us hanging.
I don't know. That's why I wanted to know.
Oh, you were asking. You played that like you had played it, and you were just going to clown on us for not having played.
I've never played it, and I'm like, what is this game?
I truthfully don't think I've actually heard of it before.
No. Okay. I was wanting to know that. So okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's fair.
New gameplay from Control. New Control game.
Okay. I did not play the first Control yet. It is on my list of things to do because I know it is part of the whole Alan Wake universe or the Remedy verse, whatever they're calling this, right? Everything's a verse. Is this Control is this a different style of game that they're doing, or is that how the original Control played?
The first Control was quite like how it is in there, but this looks crazier than the first game. The first game was more secluded because it was in a building. The second game that's like open world Manhattan, basically. So it's a lot more open compared to the first game, I would say. So that's
you know what I think? The new Control I will play if it contains the Herald of Darkness.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Do I need to Google this real quick?
You've played Alan Wake 2, haven't you?
Right. No, I haven't, but I'm very well aware of
But
that
Erik
segment.
has played Alan Wake 2, so you should know about the Herald of Darkness.
Oh, the band.
Yeah, it's the
band.
the musical. Yeah,
the musical number in the game.
No, but the Herald of Darkness is the music. There's the song, right? But what's the band's name is
Asgards of the old
the Asgards of the underworld or something like that. Lord of Asgard.
What's it called now?
The Old Gods of Asgard.
Old Gods of Asgard. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. That's yes. Okay. Now I know where I'm at with this.
Yes.
Okay.
Literally, that was my favorite part of the entire game as well, was just that entire sequence. As I was like, what on earth am I playing? Because it's a serious thriller, supernatural horror game, and they're not afraid to be silly by throwing in a fucking musical theme. Like, holy dude. Anyway, off topic.
What is the well, we're technically on topic here. What are the game order of this? Because I need to figure out how to play these.
So technically the first Alan Wake game is in there as well. First Alan Wake game. Quantum Break is in there as well. Quantum Break is also in the Remedy game as well. It's a Remedy game that's also in that same universe. And then Control, and then Alan Wake 2, and now there's Control Renaissance as well.
Okay, you're pretty much on point with this. Okay, the games this is on a Reddit. I don't know how accurate this is, but the games take place in a year they were released in. So Alan Wake, DLCs, and then the American Nightmare, Quantum Break.
Yep.
And then Control. Okay, and then Alan Wake 2. Okay, so I just need to play Control.
Yeah. You don't have to play any of them in order, I don't think.
Yeah, they don't, because they don't work in a cohesive order, right?
They're in the same universe, but they don't like unless you're playing like DLC content, basically.
Okay.
So, you know.
All right. That is Control. What is it? How do they say this again? Resonant, Control Resonant. That is due out later this year. Okay. Beast and Reincarnation. We were talking about this on the last pod, where we are all blown away by Game Freak when they're not making Pokemon.
Yep, and it's coming out in August.
Yeah, because if you think about it, they spent more money on like an advertisement for the Super Bowl for a Pokemon commercial than the entire budget that they used to make Pokemon Legends ZA.
Yep. They spent at least 16 to 18 mil on the advertisement, and they spent like 12 mil on Legends ZA.
Yeah. So if I was Game Freak, I would be like, you know what? I am sick and tired of just feeling like,
don't blame them.
Like we're just being undervalued and underused. And we want to make our own games.
One could argue, and I will possibly do it here, that the games are not the core of Pokemon's business anymore.
No shit.
Yep, exactly.
So
it's a merchandise.
Yeah, the only reason why they pump out like a brand new gen for Pokemon is because they want even more merch to sell.
Yeah, regenerate interest in selling merch.
Yes.
That is the response I would have to it. But okay, let's really talk about Beast and Reincarnation here for a minute, because this game looks fucking fantastic.
Does.
This looks like a glorious, gorgeous video game, and I hope there is substance here.
I do too. I hope that this is like the encouragement that Pokemon needs to actually make a good quality Pokemon game and put more money into it. Put more money into it.
They won't.
They won't. No.
If this is an absolute hit, right? I'm all for Game Freak branching out another team to work on content like this, because I think. Call me crazy. I could be wrong. Let me know. But this seems to be a new uncharted water for them.
Yes. It's the biggest game I think they have made outside of like Pokemon, I would say.
What have they made outside of Pokemon?
They've made a few things actually, if I remember correctly. Hang on a minute. Game Freak games list.
I am curious here. Anyone in the chat knows they can chime in.
The last game they made before Beast and Reincarnation wasn't Pokemon, was a game called Pandoland on the iPhone, on the Android. So there's that. And then there's another game called Little Hero Town as well, which made on like every other platform, including the Switch. So Giga Wrecker, Harmono Knights back in 2012. Yeah, there's a few of them they've made in between.
Surprisingly, they made a Mario and Wario puzzle game on the Super NES. That is and the Yoshi game. What the fuck on Game Boy?
Yeah. So
Consider my mind blown.
Games, but this is the biggest one they've made, I think, outside, like, in their own branch.
Yeah, because like it's Because the craziest thing about it is it's not like a Nintendo only game. They put this in the PlayStation state of playing.
Yeah. Xbox, PlayStation, done.
Right, because Nintendo does not own Game Freak in any way, right?
No,
they just have
hire
investment
Game
in the
Freak to
property.
make the game.
Yeah, they may just have investment in the property, specifically Pokemon.
Yeah. But funny enough, this game's coming out on PlayStation, PC, and Xbox, but not on Nintendo Switch 2.
Because it won't run it.
No, probably won't. Well, the Switch 2 probably would, but they probably would have to they'd have to make one.
Water it down a little bit,
Yeah. Because although the Switch 2 is a lot better at handling bigger games, it's still not perfect, is it?
You're going to have to solder a 5090 to your Nintendo Switch to run this.
Actually,
or if you ask me, it feels like something foul is amiss.
Reincarnation.
Wait, what do you mean something
is
foul is amiss? Before we move on here, what's foul?
It kind of feels like Game Freak is not happy with Pokemon's treatment of them.
I wouldn't blame them for that.
By extension, Nintendo.
Yeah. Okay, there's no specs at the moment for the requirements for this game. Not yet, anyway.
Okay, no specific requirements for this game yet. Yeah. I mean, it looks beefy. It looks like it's going to take a decent rig to run it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Okay, Zenith's approach here. He thinks Game Freak is not happy with Nintendo. Now, do you think Game Freak do you think Game Freak cares enough like the people over at the Ubisoft team did that went and deflected and did Sandfall? Like, do they care that? No, or is this a team that just cares that they're getting paid?
because it's so way in development that they probably had no idea that they probably weren't even aware of Sandfall.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, 'cause like this looks like it's been a game that's been in development for about like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
It looks glorious. This I am excited to play. This went on my wish list, so
same.
We will jump on that. The never-ending story.
Yeah, that's a good little pun there.
It's spelled Neva, Neva. Is a prequel. What the hell is it a prequel to?
It's a DLC basically for the game.
I've never played this game. I've never played Neva.
It looks great, this game, honestly. It came out, I think, late last year. And they already got DLC coming out for this, like, in, 5 days. So, that's cool.
All right. There you go. If you're into Neva, I've never played Neva. I hope you're excited that it's getting a prequel DLC.
Yeah, because Neva, I think, was made by the same people who made another game. Yeah, Gris. If you played Gris, the same people. Okay.
How do you guys feel about pod racing? How do you feel about Star Wars pod racers? Do we care, or is this just...
I used to play Star Wars pod racing, but also I don't care.
I mean, I will say it looked great. Like, it does look fantastic.
Yeah, it looks great, but it's also not for me. I just don't care about Star Wars anymore.
That's fair.
How dare you?
How dare I? How dare you?
No, I am a Star Trek guy, if anything, and I wouldn't even call myself a Star Trek guy. So
I gotta start doing fucking background checks on all you people now before I have you come on. I had no idea you were a Star Trek nerd.
I don't even watch either one of them.
Well, Morgan doesn't count because she doesn't watch anything.
I got news for you, Morgan. You are just here for the ooh-woos to cater to our male audience.
Yeah, her entire commitment to the entire podcast so far is giggle and that's all she's done today.
I did not do the finger thing today.
And voiceover work. Technically, I like Star Trek more than Star... Can I ban Chibi for 10 minutes?
Why do you hate Star Trek? What's going on here, Eric?
Okay. I'm going to be
Come
nice.
on, let's do a therapy session here. Come on. So, because, we got Star Wars versus Star Trek. That's happened, for, decades at this point.
I think Star Trek is just straight fucking boring.
Which one came out first?
You know what? I want you to bend over, pull down your pants, I'll get the belt, and then I'll come at you saying, I'll take you to where no man has gone before in my
and just keep
Picard
your
voice.
dad's back scratcher away from me. Okay.
Oh,
Wait, no, Star. I think. Okay, it's
mhm.
very
May I inject?
philosophical. Okay, interject before I
The
embarrass myself here.
original episode of Star Trek, the original series, came out on the 8th of September, 1966.
And you know what? They've had what 50, 60, 70
And
years
Star
to make it right.
Wars, 1977. 11-year difference. So Star Trek, it was what came first. Star Wars was later on.
Okay, so Star Trek, and you can correct me from the stuff I've seen from Star Trek seems to work on more of a philosophical level, right?
Probably.
Zenith seems to be the Star Trek expert here, so he can correct me if I'm wrong, right? Am I wrong? Or it seems to work more on like philosophy, like.
Whereas Star Wars focuses on hype.
Yes, Star Trek there's a lot of philosophy involved.
Right.
And Star Wars is all about blowing shit up.
No, Star Wars leans more on like a
hope.
It works on more like of a religious level, like in some sense, where it's kind of like, okay, the good versus evil. I don't necessarily think Star Trek does a good versus evil.
I mean, Star Trek's not about good versus evil, but it's by exploring the galaxy, whereas Star Wars is good versus evil, and that's really it.
Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm just gonna come straight out and ask it. Zenith, what do you like about Star Trek? What makes Star Trek good to you?
I basically told you I'm not a Star Trek guy, but I would prefer Star Trek over Star Wars.
Okay, why?
Star Trek has more substance for Zen than Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Trek for me, I felt like because like it was a series, you got to like spend a bit more time with the characters, and you got to like, you got to like bond with them as like human beings, because they are human beings. You don't have all these crazy funky like Jedi powers. And so like that's why I think it was like very cool with Star Trek. You get all these like sub stories of that are like humorous or just like cool. Where, for example, they go into I forget what it's called, but they went into some like virtual reality kind of like pod thing, and they're dressed up as like gangsters from the 1930s.
Nice.
So they just do cool stuff like that, and I just feel that like with Star Trek, because it's like on the spaceship, it's like a colony. So I felt like more
development. There's more development in Star Trek. Yeah,
there's a lot more development. Where Star Wars, I feel, is just hype, go, and then and then they kind of expect you to care about these characters. Like I get it, but like for me, but I just don't.
Okay.
I guess
I were
to give like the Star Wars like series out there, but like I just feel that like with all the hype that surrounds Star Wars, I'm tired and I just want no part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you are to recommend to me a Star Trek thing to watch, where would I start?
The next do the Next Generation, if anything.
That's the Picard, right? Like.
Yeah.
Okay. Captain Picard. Okay,
yeah.
I will give it a shot. Hopefully there's somewhere I can watch it that doesn't cost me $59.99 a month or whatever.
Nice.
All right, Next Generation. We'll give it a shot. Okay, I've learned a lot about Star Trek right now. I learned a lot about it, so there you go. Okay, Pod Racers, not for Zenith. Everyone else seems to be kind of indifferent on it here. Does anyone care about 007? I love 007.
I do, but I want to wait until the game comes out before I talk more about it. Because it looks great, but I want to know if it has substance, and the only way to know that is to play the game itself.
Okay. Just a quick brief rundown here. They talked more about 007. It is the Hitman developer IO, and they are making this game, and that is launching May 27.
Yes.
Project Windless. I have no idea what this is. Okay, Dill, go ahead. You're excited.
I've watched this, and I was like, you can play as a giant chicken man whilst like fighting hordes of enemies, Dynasty Warrior style. Yes, you have my attention.
The game was, unfortunately, a lot of it was made in AI.
It was?
It's a chicken as the main hero.
No.
Yeah, I saw some things yesterday. People saying that the game contains a lot of AI slop.
AI?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Hang on, Eurogamer. Worried about Project Windless and generative AI? Don't fret. Chris says the game is not using generative AI for content creation or narrative elements.
So what the hell are they using it for?
Then? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What the hell would they be using it for? That's the two components of a video game.
So it has used AI internally during exploratory phases for efficiency's sake, but it's not a central player-facing feature of the upcoming game. Okay.
This is what sucks because like a lot of times it's like, yay, new shiny game. It's like, but it's made in AI.
Okay.
Yeah.
They use AI during exploratory phases to explore iterations and efficiency rather than a central player phase feature. They use AI to drive NPC behavior, bring the world and its characters to life beyond combat. These systems govern how characters react, move, behave in environments. We are not using any generative AI for content creation or narrative elements. So they're only using it to basically like point the NPCs in directions where they should go. That's it from the looks of it.
Okay, that's fine. Honestly,
that seems to be okay.
Yeah.
I'm not.
If you want to know more, this is the article that I found literally from like one Google search.
Here's so before I move, because I'm actually excited about the next one, but before we move forward here, we're at a crossroads right now because we're obviously us as consumers are complaining about how games are getting too expensive.
Yes.
Something's got to give somewhere. They need to find. They're going to use AI tools to keep that cost down.
Yeah.
Theoretically, they should use it to keep those costs down.
They should do. Yes.
For stuff like this. Whether or not they do that, that's up in the air. But, it's kind of like this weird thing where it's like tools. If we want games to get cheaper, they're gonna use tools like this, or we want games faster.
Yeah, Drew. From this game, a lot of like funny memes have come out of it because of it being a giant chicken man that you play as. I've posted my favorite ones in Discord.
Am I gonna regret this? Am I just?
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, still.
I don't know why the last one makes me think Wu-Tang instead. For some reason, I keep misreading it as that Wu-Tang.
Yes. I also saw another person tweet saying Elden Wings.
Okay,
that's my three favorite ones that I've seen so far. So for those who don't know what this they're watching right now, chat, or people who are listening, I have posted a few memes in our group chat.
I am making my way there now.
Yeah,
Bear
the first one says, and I'll wait for Eric to put.
Hold on, don't do anything. I'm like literally right here. I'm getting him into to the link.
Yeah, do it.
The fucking stuff I do for this fucking conversation here. Okay, we have Black Myth Woocock. And we have
and
oh, did I copy the same link twice for fuck's sake?
I don't know. You did. You
sorry. I did copy the same link twice. Hold on. Don't worry here. We also have Cock of War. This is why we cannot get RAM.
What?
This is why I had to struggle to find 2 terabyte NVMe's and RAM for shit like this.
Oh, it gets worse, Eric.
Oh no!
I found another one.
Oh no!
This is my one, but I've followed this guy now because of how funny his edits are.
Oh no! Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, power!
God,
you need to have one where it's got the where it's features a Nordic warrior. Sorry, a Nordic warrior, and it's called Cockrim. The elder cock. Cock.
Oh,
Cock may cry as well.
No, I hate it.
You know what? Why? Okay, here's the problem I have, right? Okay, this is all modern. Why has no one gone old school and done like cock effect?
You know what? I will post the Twitter of the person who's making this. Don't go suggest that to them. They'll probably make it.
Oh God.
That's the Twitter account right there for anyone who wants to go say hi to the person who's making all these.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Good God.
Yeah,
Jesus
imagine
Christ.
just waking up in the morning and I go on Twitter. That's the first thing I see, and I laugh my ass off for like 10 minutes.
Because Rule 30. Why did they not do cock watch? This was a perfect opportunity. This was a perfect opportunity for cock watch, and no one of the Zenith disappointed in all of us here.
Oh, Dynasty Cock.
It's like Dynasty cock. Jesus Christ. All right.
Anyway, that's the end of the Project Wilderness segment.
Yeah, that's special. All right. I'm excited. There is a new Castlevania. There is a new Castlevania coming along here.
I actually
2D.
wanted to know your opinion about this, Eric. I know
I'm
you're a big
excited for
Castlevania
this.
fan.
Yeah, dude. And it's 2D. It is 2D fucking Castlevania side-scrolling goodness. We are actually bringing the Castlevania back to Metroidvania, and you can actually all get schooled. I have a feeling this game's going to be hard.
Yep. Apparently, according to my friend who was scrolling through socials about this game, apparently it's set after the events of the Netflix series they did.
Yeah.
not that long ago. Yeah. So
Very good,
nice.
Morgan. New game for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Morgan,
I was
are you
definitely
excited?
looking at it.
Hmm?
Yeah.
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 Yes.
I added it to my wish list.
And Pow just heard me say cock of war. It's like, what?
Wait, is
No,
Pow in
no.
the chat, or did I miss him?
No, in the freaking general chat, Pow just heard, I heard cock of war. What the hell's going on there?
Yeah, she heard Erica say it.
Cock of war.
Oh, dude. I laughed so hard. Oh.
Why did
Anyway.
someone not do Cock Gear Solid?
Metal
No.
Metal
Cock Gear Rising.
Cock Solid.
That was so red.
All right. Finally. Stop,
Metal
Chibi.
Cock
Metal
Rising.
Cock Rising is not appropriate. Look at
Metal
now
Cock
we have to go
Rising.
fucking do the
Revengeance.
age verification on Discord because all we're doing is talking about cock.
Oh. Where were we again?
Okay, real talk. Finally, Metal Gear Solid 4 is finally been released from the PS3 prison.
It's escaping. And also Peace Walker as well, yes.
Peace
Looking
Walker,
forward
yeah.
to a Cock of the Patriots.
Yes, the Cock Patriots. Metal Gear Solid Cockwalker.
Oh God.
Silent Hill Cockfalls are next as well.
Oh my God! Stop it. Silent cock. Just call it
that's
silent
actually-
cock.
All right, to re-listen, it's actually pretty cool that because as Silent Hill H released with some pretty good success.
Yeah.
A lot. I hear a lot of things.
You mean
about
Silent
it, and
Hill
they're
F,
all,
right? Silent
Yeah,
Hill
Yeah,
F.
sorry,
yeah.
Silent
Okay.
Hill F. I forgot what
somewhere
letter.
There's
it was.
so many of these things. I was making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
to be
Konami are
fair,
literally-
I'm running at like 5% capacity today.
No, that's true. That's fair enough. mate.
But the fact that they're already coming up with the next Silent Hill so soon
Yeah.
is awesome.
Konami will like hit after hit after hit, right? With all
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
Konami
'cause,
came
like-
out swinging.
yeah. It was
Yeah,
just
because like we
insane.
all kind of shat on Konami when they dropped freaking what's his name,
Kojima.
Kojima.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, that's it. Konami's dead. All right, pack it up, boys. And then all of a sudden,
It's
Look at-
almost like they realize that they fucked up. They've lost a lot of money because of them going to pachinko machines.
Excuse me.
So potentially, they decide, fuck it, let's get back into video games, and they've actually started making good projects.
what I'm curious about is Silent Hill 2 was a remaster done by a completely different team, but
true.
I'm kind of weary of them having cranked out Silent Hill F, from which I hear is a pretty decent game and a pretty well done game, straight into this, which also looks like a well done game on the surface here. But like,
it does.
Are they just cranking these things down and they're hoping? I don't want this to turn into an Assassin's Creed situation where they're just like cranking them out.
Yeah.
They need to be careful not to go too far to the sun of like cranking out video games, basically. Is what you're kind of saying there, and I do agree. I will say when I watched the trailer for this game, I was like, "This looks familiar. Are we in Britain right now? What the hell's going on here? Why are we in England? Like it looks like an England port town. That's what it looks like.
All right,
or maybe like a New England port town even.
Yes, full of like crazy like creatures who are just like trying to hurt you and stab you, which is average British.
And it's also
town.
first person,
and that too.
Yeah.
I lost. Oh, I'm sorry. Townfall is set to release sometime in 2026. They are going to get a dedicated showcase. They already did a dedicated showcase to this game. You can check it out on YouTube.
Nice.
It looks really, really good. I don't know about you, but I am low key excited to be John Wick.
Yes.
I'm low key excited to kick some ass as John Wick.
Keanu comes back once again.
Even Zenith had a smile on his face here. Zenith, are you going to kick some ass as John Wick?
I think I might.
Yeah.
Yes.
It looks great. It doesn't look overly done. It looks just enough to a video game, but it looks cool enough to where you're just going to kick ass in this video game. And I hope it's just a fucking beat 'em up game. It will feature an original script set in the John Wick timeline and is a collaboration between Saber, Lionsgate, and the franchise director. That's impressive. They're actually taking this serious.
It'd be kind of cool if this game was like a prequel to the first movie.
Actually, it is. They mentioned before before the dog or before any of the events that happened in the first movie. So yeah, it's a prequel.
Now I'm interested. Even more.
Okay. To crank along here, there is the new Marvel fighting game, Unbreakable X-Men.
That X-Men.
I miss the days of Marvel versus Capcom, but I don't know how I feel about this new game.
I don't know. I feel like this would it's a good substitute, I guess, for you, isn't it, Eric? Well, because it's a Marvel fighting game set in its own universe.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'll give it a shot. All I
I
know is back to Silent Hill real quick. I desperately want to play Silent Hill F, but it is still pricey, and I don't know if it's going to hit a Game Pass or not. I don't think it will, but hopefully that happens. I keep hearing about Saros, and I do not know what this is, and I don't know if I care.
It's the people who made Returnal.
Oh, okay. Which was incredibly difficult, right?
Yes. Yeah. I think I put like 70 hours into that game before I finished it fully. Yeah.
Saros is scheduled to launch on April 30th. We'll see how that one turns out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I care. There is a God of War trilogy remake. Do I care?
How dare you not care about that?
Oh, I mean, the new games are fantastic, but do I care about these old games?
Yes, you should. Have you played the old games?
No, I never played the old God of Wars.
Get the freaking trilogy.
I played a bit of the first one. I didn't dig it.
I loved it. I loved all three games.
Okay,
I've played all three
Be
games.
real with me here, though. Does it play in some way like the modern stuff, or is it more just like a run around beat 'em up thing?
It's the older games are it's more kind of like you control Kratos, but your camera angle is kind of like an RTS in a way where it's at a distance, pretty much. And you are fighting as Kratos in no game. That's the difference between that and the more modern one where it's more third person, basically.
I see.
You're basically controlling Kratos, beating up enemies and whatnot, and then fighting through the gods. But all from like a branched out camera angle, basically. But I don't know if in the remake they're going to keep that camera angle as it is, or change it to a third person mode like the modern games. I don't know. We don't know. It's in early development right now, so we don't know. Yes.
Okay. On top of that, they announced a God of War side-scrolling thing that was available for release that day.
Yes.
We will talk about that in a minute here. But God of War trilogy, if you are excited about that, congrats. Maybe I'll give these a shot, but I never played the old school games. I should be punished probably.
If you can get your hands on like them, like the OG ones, try to. I don't know if you can though, because they are like the first game came out in 2005.
Did
on the
they
PS2.
did they do like a collection on PS4 or is
They
I know there's a
did
PS3
do
collection.
a collection, but I don't know if it's on PS3 or PS4.
Okay,
I
we'll
don't
see
know.
what we can find.
Yeah.
We'll look into that. Okay. I don't know why they wasted my time with this. What the hell is Big Walk? I don't know if I care.
It's kind of like a friend slop. That's what they called it. Similar
What
to
the
like
hell?
Peak and Repo.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So maybe it will be fun.
It might be. It might be.
Okay.
I don't know.
It seemed like an odd place to put this in the chain.
Yeah, it was. It
Oh,
was very odd.
odd.
And then
Okay. Then there was that, and then like a wet fart after the hype from Konami. Like a wet fart, they come in and they talk about this was the big reveal, or this was the big closer was Marathon.
Oh, that wasn't the closer. God of War was the closer.
No, I thought Marathon was.
Nope. Marathon came in between John Wick and Saros. God of War trilogy remake was the closer, and that's why I lost my shit.
Oh, okay. I take it back then. Maybe this is all right. Maybe I read this out of order here. Anyway, sorry. Marathon came in like a wet fart.
Meh.
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 Now,
That's
for
my
those,
opinion. You know,
so for those that do not know, Marathon was a very, very old Bungie property that was originally only on Mac OS. It is a first-person shooter in the same era of Doom and Quake, etc., and it was only available on Mac OS. Why they decided to rebirth or like regurgitate this property, I have no idea. Because there's very, very few people, I imagine, in this generation that have even touched it.
No. The only thing I know about this game is that it's set like for Bungie, it's set apparently in between like, you know, Destiny and Halo, from what I know. And like
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. And there was controversy around this game last year because the game contains stolen artwork, basically.
I remember that story, yes.
Yeah. But that person has now been paid very handsomely. So now they are fine using the artwork because they've been paid very handsomely.
Okay. At least they went and remedied the situation and fixed it and paid
only
the person.
after public backlash, though.
That's the unfortunate part, but they did the right thing and not double down on it. They paid the person and they're moving on. Okay.
Yes.
That's par for the course. It doesn't look like anything new.
No. It's similar to like when I felt about High Guard. I was like,
oh, cool. That turd. It does not look anything like anything new. Why this is... So we know Sony bought Bungie how far back? 5 years ago?
3 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Within the past 5 years?
Past 5 years, yeah.
Why did they not make the effort to just fix Destiny? An already established
news.
An already established property, but Kalen in the chat says Destiny is done. Do we believe that?
Don't know.
Does this replace
Honestly,
Destiny? That's the question.
I don't know. I've never found anything appealing about Destiny, to be entirely honest.
I played Destiny and I played Destiny 2. I got Destiny 2 I played a good bit of, and I just got bored of the monetization in the game. Like, it got worse after they left Activision Blizzard, the monetization. Like, yeah, which is saying something.
So Kalen says Destiny 2 is done. The story ended with the final shape. Okay.
Right. So they finished
doesn't
the story
mean
Destiny 2 then.
Doesn't mean they end the property.
No.
But it could put it in a sense where, okay, Marathon is what replaces this. Now, does this state here, is Marathon just a Sony exclusive?
No, I don't think it is. I think it is available on PC as well.
Okay.
Because
okay.
why would limit it to like just PS5 players when there's an entire PC market they could just go, hey, say hi to? You know.
I think they're testing the waters with this.
Yeah.
They're going to see how well
Probably.
this hits. If this hits, this is probably going to be their primary approach as opposed to Destiny.
We'll find out. We'll find out soon because it launches soon.
You can try it out early with a server slam event from February 26th to March 2nd.
Yeah. So there's going to be like a weekend where you can play it.
Okay.
Which I'll be playing Resident Evil Requiem that weekend. Thank you very much.
That's going to be a busy week. Okay. I will do Resident Evil Requiem and then I will do some of this just to see. Well, there's also no guarantee this is free to play.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Because Destiny's technically free to play, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that went free to play.
Destiny, the first year to 2 years of content is free, and then after that, you have to pay for everything else.
The expansions. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone in the chat can confirm, I don't think this is free to play, so that might put a big dent in how many people actually play this thing and adopt this.
Marathon free to play,
and that is your PlayStation State of Play.
Nope. It is not free to play. It'll be £34.99, which is $40.
That's not terrible.
It's Concord price.
No, Concord was the full $60-$70, right?
No, Concord was $40.
Hang
on. How much was Concord on launch? Yep, Concord was $40.
I'd hate to have another $60 Frisbee. Good job, Morgan.
Yeah.
So basically what we're seeing here, Jack, is Marathon going to be the next Destiny or the next Concord?
Oof.
Yes. Ooh. Is it going to be another like Grand Slam but money hindering, hit for Sony?
Wait, who made Concord?
Sony. Or Firewalk Studios, who no longer
Okay.
exist because Sony owned them. And
Okay,
they put like
okay.
400 mil into that.
That would be
fucking game.
wild if Concord was
Oh.
actually Bungie too. Like just two
Imagine
shit
if
hits
it
in a row.
is.
Two
What
shit
if
hits in
Bungie
a row.
goes down? What if Marathon does the game that kills Bungie once and for all?
I think the reason Marathon will be successful is because it caters to a competitive extraction fan.
Okay. Could do. It could do.
Yeah.
Wait, extraction shooter? What's the definition of that one? That is that's not
it like
Fortnite.
That's kind of
No.
like Rainbow Six.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, Rainbow
okay.
Six Siege.
Okay. Okay, that changes things a little bit. We'll see what happens. The $40 price point thing is going to be a thing.
Yeah.
That is going to hinder. I think that's going to hinder the people that play this, especially after what happened with Concord. I think that's going to be a.
I mean, let's put it this way, guys who are listening right now. You could either use your $40 on, Marathon, or if you pay a little bit more, you can play Clair Obscure Expedition 33 for like $50, and there you go. You got an entire game you can put nearly 100 hours into.
Welcome to episode 100 of the Clair Obscure Expedition podcast.
I brought it back. Anyway,
Should we just call that name that the title of the pod? Clair Obscure Expedition podcast. We never
I had to
actually did
squeeze
it.
it in there somewhere. I had to.
Okay. I re-downloaded it and I was trying to do some of the extended content and I am so out of practice in that game now. Like every
probably would
timing
too.
thing and that I had going is gone.
Yeah, I will be too once I put a DLC.
I
finally.
got destroyed. Okay. That is the Sony State of Play. Do we need a break before we play or go into video games here, or are we gonna keep trekking here?
I could do a break. Yeah, I could
You
do
could do it a break? All right.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's be back in 5 here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is Good Friends, Good Games, and we'll be right back. All right, Good Friends, Good Games is back. We just got over the Sony State of Play, and now we've played some video games. All right. So, people, I have gone back to my roots a little bit here.
How dare you?
For those that
Oh.
do not, huh?
There was something I completely just observed. So usually at the beginning of the podcast, usually ask how we're doing, right? And say, hey, you got anything going on with your life, right?
Yes.
I'm assuming that you probably skipped that because we're kind of like, thin on time, right?
We had a lot to cover, but it sounds like you have something you need to share.
Yes. I think it is important because next month I am going to be hanging out with this stinky one
In the wrong
person.
direction there. but all right.
That's stinky, right there.
Whichever, wherever the fuck you
This
have.
one.
That
Yeah.
one.
Apparently, Morgan
Yeah,
is stinky.
Dill's
Morgan,
able to, yeah.
lower your arms. Apparently, you're stinky.
I gotta air him out.
Let her breathe. Is this happening? I know this has been a thing that's been
yeah,
like
it's happening.
hampered by
Flights
events that
yeah.
just were beyond your control.
Yeah, flight is booked, but I'm going down there to try and help. Well, first of all, in an agreement to having to like cancel the trip at like literally last minute. But also try and help facilitate so that Morgan can eventually, do her trip later in the year. So with me going down there, it's gonna make it like a whole lot easier and help facilitate and get that ball rolling.
Well, while
Or
you're
whenever
already
they're ready.
in the country, why don't you come to California and just make a quick pit stop?
I wish I could if I had the money for it. But basically what's going on is I'm actually not paying for this trip.
Okay.
So,
who's your sugar daddy?
I don't want to discuss that, but it's not Morgan. Yeah,
Bam.
it's in order to facilitate, having that happen.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well,
I just wanted to mention that out there because I
how
was going to
about-
discuss it on the podcast.
how about
Yeah, he gets to see me and Jane.
how about
Finally.
it would cost a lot to get both of you over here into California.
I mean, I'd love to.
Yeah.
I've actually always wanted
That'd
to
be
go
good,
to California
but
for
at
like
the same
more than half
time,
my
though,
life.
we would also still have like the same problem of
Yeah, the same issue.
of Morgan having some difficulty of getting anywhere without people's approval because there's a lot more involved that is not really my kind of grounds to
Okay.
to discuss.
I see. All right.
Yeah.
But
Eventually, though, definitely.
good deal. Good to see you make it, and I hope you have safe travels.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else have anything to share before we get into?
Nah.
I did skip that whole thing today because we had a lot to cover in a X
Yeah.
amount of window.
It's all good.
Let me move this
Yeah,
mouse
alright.
over here. I realized the
I
mouse
haven't
was on the
watched
screen.
updates,
Okay.
so-
Yeah, it was important that we talked about the cock Olympics.
Yeah, the cock Olympics and
Wait.
God of cock and
Limp-
woo cock and
Yeah. Elden
a lot of cocking around here.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, I went back to my roots a little bit. For those that do not know, there is a huge Overwatch update.
It went from 2 to 1.
It's bigger than that. So this is a huge, I call it huge. Your opinions all may differ, but this is a huge undertaking to bring Overwatch back to, I guess it's, how do I word this?
Roots.
Not roots, but I guess to bring
With
it
the
back to
fur.
its revered status that it had when it initially launched in 2015, 16?
16.
16,
16.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, 2016. So for those that do not know, I played a lot of Overwatch when I was streaming back in those days. A lot of it.
Mhm. I played Overwatch.
Yep.
A
same.
lot of it. A lot of
Me
us
too.
all probably did, right?
Yeah.
And then years go by, and then of course, Blizzard makes this really weird move to bring Overwatch into the next, generation, and call it Overwatch 2, but it fell to bad fanfare because that was them canceling Overwatch 1. Meaning the people that paid $60 at the given time to purchase a copy of Overwatch 1, it was now a $60 coaster. Because
I have two $60 frisbees.
Why do you have two copies of Overwatch?
I don't. I have one copy of Overwatch and one copy of Titanfall, both that are no longer available. Yep.
Morgan, I'm going to get you Concord for your birthday.
Yeah.
Yay.
I mean, that's okay, because at least I'm not the one that's spending $60 this time.
Now, I'm trying
borrow $60 from me.
No.
I'm trying to remember. I think I bought Overwatch on PlayStation when it was like 10 or 15 bucks or something at some point just to pay it on. I am a Diva main for the most part. Diva and Soldier are my mains, and then I dabble in some Bastion. I prefer tanks for the most part. Tanks and, high DPS. But rapid fire DPS. I'm not much of a sniper in any shape or form. But the idea was they made Overwatch 2. They canceled out everything in Overwatch 1. So like none of that was accessible via Overwatch anymore. Like that disc was useless. And then of course they made it free to play. To supplement that, they added all kinds of content in terms of skins and, purchasable DLC and, content, etc., etc. There was a mode, I think it was a PvE that they promised that never got released.
Nope.
And then
I think there was a career mode also, right?
There was a career mode, I think,
released.
too, that was supposed to come out, never happened. And basically, over the course of the years, up through the pandemic, right after the pandemic, when they announced all this, Overwatch fell into basically a wet fart, thanks to the overwhelmingly success and popularity of Marvel Rivals, which was basically a Overwatch clone in Marvel's clothing.
Yep.
So that brings us to now. So Blizzard, a few weeks back, had a showcase, as we call them, that basically covered what they are doing to Overwatch. The biggest thing that was memed was that the first thing they did is they removed the Overwatch 2, and Overwatch 2 is now back to just being Overwatch. It is a game that is just going to be constantly built upon and moved forward, right? They have reset the seasons. And now they are back to season 1, and they are basically starting a whole new story and plot line to the characters that they have introduced. So we are back to new content. So what is included in the new content here? It is 5 new heroes that compromise an entire team. A tank named Dominia, 2 damage, Aron and Emery, and then 2 support heroes, the infamous Jetpack Cat and Mizuki. All 5 heroes have close connections to the existing Overwatch heroes, and they have supplemental narratives that Blizzard is known for with animation shorts and etc. to bring these characters into the environment. They also have new player modes, and they've added basically tons of content here. And then on top of that, they are adding 5 more heroes on top of that over the course of seasons 2 through 6. So this is not just your average, I think, content edition. Like Marvel Rivals works on a system where it's like they introduce every season, they introduce 1 or 2 characters, and then additional skins and battle pass content and all that kind of shit. This seems to be a huge undertaking to kind of bring, like I said, Overwatch back to the glory days of what they were. So I spent, and now granted, I have not had enough time to dig completely deep into this because this literally all went live on Tuesday, which was the 10th. But going back into this game, I've realized that I've been out of this game for so long, I don't even know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
The loot box system is completely different. There are now 3 tiers of loot boxes, and how you get those loot boxes is all determined by battle pass and like achievements you unlock, etc., etc. They've really redone this whole thing.
A lot of patch notes.
Lots of patch notes. And it's a lot to go through. They added now you guys in the chat can correct me wrong if you're more Overwatch expert, but from what I gather now, there is now a 5v5, which is more it's more of a traditional mode in a sense where you pick your support roles, and then each of those support roles have certain perks and debuffs and stuff that can be applied depending on the perks and stuff you pick, or the roles you pick. And then there is the open arcade 6v6, which is where I've been dabbling. And then, of course, you have another mode, which is like a custom mode where you basically build your own custom character. And then you develop and build that character with specific perks, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot to unpack in this whole thing. And then I'm trying to gather what else they've done here. And then I believe there are changes to the map selection. So now you can vote on the maps that are going to load when you start the game. And then those loads will basically be those options will be rouletted into which map you get in terms of what game you're going to play. And then now they have a mix of, control, and then they have, payload, etc. They've kind of adjusted all that stuff. So I've only had the opportunity to really work on one new character, and that was Emery. Emery is a nice kind of like supplement to Soldier 76, except the gun's not a rapid fire. It's more of like a burst shot. And people in the chat can chime in here. It's kind of interesting to me because it works not quite like a sniper, but it's playable as a sniper because of the burst of the gun and stuff. And it does some nasty damage when you make contact. Pow messed with the other character that no one seems to like right now because she looks like fucking Wonder Woman, and then she just runs through the map and just wails at you with a gigantic sword and like wipes the floor.
Vendetta.
Yes, Vendetta.
Wow.
So I will say Pow is very much enjoying it. She really, really enjoys Overwatch from what I can gather here. The cat. I played the cat once. The cat is a little fucking nightmare. Because that cat fucking flies through the air and it does not drop.
All right. Then.
I tried the cat once and I did not realize that the cat is a healer, and I was trying to play it as a tank, and that was the dumbest move I ever made in my terms of Overwatch. I did not realize the cat was a healer. Or it was not the cat is support. It is not a damage creature. So I would imagine in that one game I played as the cat, the opposing team is like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah, probably. That sounds about right for you.
So there's a lot of work too. I can give uppies as the cat is interesting because you can latch people onto the cat like with some kind of rope or something and carry them across the battlefield.
Okay.
So if you run into a situation where but people have to consent. So if you run into a situation where the point's about to be taken, you can grab someone from the spawn point and carry them all the way to the point and drop them in and, take control of the thing again. It's very, very interesting. Right. Very similar to the Symmetra portal, if I remember right. Interestingly enough, Overwatch is kind of like riding a bike. You're kind of shaky on it when you get back on it, and you're kind of wobbling around a little bit. But then once you put a couple hours into it, it's like butter.
Yes,
it's like butter in terms of playing, and like I'm starting to get a feel for all of it again. If anyone wants to play, I will. I do not have my BattleNet up or whatever it is, but you can find me on Steam if you want to join me.
I mean, I've not even got Battle.net installed.
You have to have BattleNet installed, or at
I know
least
you
you have
do.
to have at least tied to the account,
I know
to
you
your
do.
Steam account.
I never felt the need to install it because, bleh.
I mean, what do you guys have against Overwatch? Feel free to chime in here.
I just got bored of it. That's all it was. I got bored of it after like I think 3 years of playing it, and then I got to like 2019. I was like, I'm done with this. I've had more time with this game. I'm good.
You've had
Yeah, I'm kind of in like a similar boat as Dill, where I just like I think like, well, first of all, like when like I got bored of it, and then not too much longer after, I just stopped playing Overwatch altogether, like all that controversy started, and then just after that, just like I just haven't really had just the interest. And I mean, if anything, like if I get to play like any kind of Blizzard's game, it probably would either be Diablo 1 or 2, but that's because those are the classics. I have no interest in playing Diablo 4, despite the fact that I've I had a love for this series, but that's just mostly dead. So if anything, my only love for the games is just the nostalgia of what it was like before it was tarnished, if that makes sense.
Did you try any of the Marvel Rivals stuff when it launched?
Marvel Rivals stuff? No, I didn't get a chance to.
I did.
What did you think of Marvel Rivals? Was it an Overwatch like replacement to you in your eyes?
Scratched that Overwatch itch for me for like a period of time, but then I haven't gone back to it since last year. When did I last play Marvel Rivals? I still have it installed.
Also, while you look that up, they added Diablo 2 to... Excuse me. They added Diablo 2 to Game Pass finally. It is the... What is it? Resurrected, cool. I think it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there any difference there, Zenith? Versus like the OG thing?
Well, the graphics are nicer. It's still pretty much the exact same game. As a matter of fact, they have like a button where you can push, and it will actually swap to like a mode where it's literally Diablo 2. So like the system is built underneath with like all the remake and all like the polish that they have to make it look modernized right on top of it.
Okay, got it. Oh, that's cool. So I'll try that.
Yeah.
I'll try that. It's on my list of things to try. I actually did a download of it. But does any of this stuff that Overwatch or Blizzard or whoever's in charge of this now has announced, does any of this entice you to come back and at least try it?
No. I mean, it's cool for Overwatch fans, but not for me.
Yeah, it looks cool, but I'm not having any interest in playing Overwatch since 2019, and I still don't to this day. So,
sorry,
pals looking for people to play with, guys. We need a team. Come on, Morgan. You know you want to. It's free.
The funny thing is I transitioned out of Apex in 2019 and picked up Overwatch. I played a lot of it through 2019 and 2020, and then there was like a period where like I didn't really touch it, and then I came back to it very briefly in 2021, but because of like the whole debacle and then like toxic players, I just kind of like lost the interest in it, and I haven't touched it since then.
Yeah.
And to be fair, that is all the reasoning why I backed out all of it. I think the whole Overwatch 2 thing was a disaster. I think that was just
that
mess,
too, yeah.
And hindered a lot of people's ability to there are competitive modes, and then there's the 6v6 arcade, which is just casual play, so you don't need to feel any kind of pressure there. If anyone in the chat is wanting to try Overwatch that has never tried it, now would be the opportunity, because everything's kind of been reset. And everything's like from the start. So now would be the time to do it. There's also, there's also like a shooting range and all that stuff like that. So you can try different characters and, try the abilities and all those kind of things. And, see how it goes. But yeah, that is the Overwatch update. That's all I've got so far. I'm going to dig into it more, and I'm going to try a couple of the other characters some more. But like I said, this just barely dropped on the 10th, which was 3 days ago. So it's a lot to absorb in a couple days. There's already people that have hammered through this shit for hours and are like OP on a bunch of shit.
Not surprised.
So we've got Dill, who has tried the new God of War Side-scrolling action masterpiece here. Well, I don't know if it's a masterpiece, but
I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece, but yeah, as soon as they announced the remake was in early development, and then they brought TC Carson on, who is the OG voice actor for Kratos in the original trilogy, which was awesome for him to announce all this cool stuff. And then he teased this new passion project that they worked on with a studio called, I think, Mega Cat Studios or something like that. Helped made this with Santa Monica Studios in collaboration. And then they shadow dropped this just out of nowhere. They originally said it was announced 2026, and then they just freaking shadow dropped it like there and then. And then within like 5 minutes of like that announcement, the page was live for like on PSN. I will say this game is only available on PlayStation, so you can't play it on PC, unfortunately. That's like the one thing that I feel like they could have probably got more attention to it had they also released it on PC. But Sons of Sparta is a full-on origin story for Kratos. It is literally a prequel to his life before he became the Spartan general. It follows him, and it follows his brother Deimos, and it is a 2D Metroidvania style game where you are basically fighting as like a teenage Kratos who is essentially kind of, you see him slowly evolve into the person that he becomes when he becomes the Spartan general from the OG trilogy, essentially. And I'm only about 5 hours into it in total. I already love the music. The music is basically like the God of War music meets arcade style, kind of like 8-bit kind of,
it looks very
styling.
it reminds me of the old like Neo Geo SNK stuff to an extent. That looks cool to me.
Literally like that, yeah. It literally is a little like fun slice. Like there's a lot of lore as well, and there's a lot of lore in the game and everything like that. I like the way that they've like, they positioned all the information for like all the characters and like, the worlds you encounter and everything like that, because the way they styled it in the art form is similar to how Greek tapestry shows stories on walls through like, marble and whatnot like that. That was really cool. And what else was I going to say? I lost track of my thoughts there for a second. And yeah, it's just like a nice little like slice of like God of War to play before the remakes come out. Honestly, I would say you could play this. You could play like the OG trilogy. You could play like God of War 2018 and Ragnarok, and then you got like the entirety of Kratos' lifespan, all within like 6 games. I think
is
in
this
total.
Free to play?
No, it is $30. $30
for this this side scrolling thing. $30.
Yeah, $30. £25, $30, which it has about 36 trophies in total in the game. And
this is a full content, like this is a full content game then. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, full content game, but it's like, similar kind of, styling to what Hollow Knight is. But a little bit more expensive though than Hollow Knight, I will say, because Hollow Knight is like, $20.
20
but
bucks,
this is like, $30 and everything like that. But I'd honestly, so far I'm enjoying it, and I've not finished it yet. I'm only like 5 hours into the game, but I'm hoping to get at least like 20 hours plus out of this in the main story, and then all the collectibles you can get in the game and everything like that, because there are collectibles you can get. You unlock a lot of like challenges that you can do as well for like killing enemies and like finding collectibles and whatnot to earn more points. There's a skill tree system for Kratos as well for his offense and defense. And the characters all have like quite a large line of voice actors. I think Jack Quaid's in this as well. Jack Quaid voices a character in this game.
Wild.
Yeah, Brian Deckard from Detroit Become Human, he voices a character in this game, along with his wife voices a character in this game as well. Too. TC Carson returns as like the older Kratos, but as a narrator, because the little bit of a thing in this game is that it's Kratos telling the story of how he became who he was currently is the Spartan general to his daughter, basically. Which is kind of like a little thing. That's how this whole like game is about, pretty much. So like,
I'm kind of leery on the $29.99 or whatever. That seems
Yeah,
a little steep, but
you can always wait for a sale. This game will definitely probably go on sale later in its life cycle. I will say, probably like later maybe in the holiday season. It wouldn't surprise me if this game's like half off or something. You know, so if you want to wait till then, feel free to. Honestly, I got it instantly because I was so hyped from God of War returning and this could drop in. As soon as I finished stream, I booted up my PS5 for the first time in months. I updated it. I bought the game, and I downloaded it straight away.
Did all the dust just kick out the back of the PS5? Just farted
literally,
it out? Like
I literally just like updated it, and then it took me like 30 minutes to update, buy in, install. Done.
Nice.
Yes.
That is God of War: Sons of Sparta, $29.99 over on the PlayStation Store. You've also done some. We talked about Elden Ring Nightways, but you finished the Pokemon DLC. Please stop giving them your money.
Stop
giving them your money.
Pokemon Day is coming 2 weeks, by the way.
Wait, what? Pokemon Day?
Pokemon Day, when the anniversary of the game release.
Okay, what is happening on Pokemon Day?
30th anniversary, bud.
Okay, I understand that, but what are we doing on Pokemon Day? Like, what are they doing?
Watching the Pokemon Presents when they showcase it, because they're probably going to put Pokemon Presents on that day.
Yep. Basically, Pokemon has their own Nintendo Direct for only Pokemon games.
Yes.
And they do it every year.
Yes.
Was there some
Day.
rumor floating around that they're going to put the old games on
There's
online?
a rumor that they are possibly putting Fire Red and Leaf Green on Nintendo Online.
Those are the Game Boy Advance ones.
Game Boy Gen 1 remakes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's the rumor. But the community is not sure whether it's going to be free or whether it's going to cost money to get them.
It's going to cost money. Why would they give you anything Pokemon related for free?
I mean, they were supposed to add Colosseum and Gales of Darkness to like Nintendo Online system. It hasn't happened yet on the GameCube. You know,
they're setting you up for disappointment, sir.
Probably. Yes.
All right. So I think we've already touched on this, but the Pokemon Legend, it's not worth the money, right? The DLC is not worth the money. This should have been in the original game.
This should have been an original game, and they shouldn't have made it as grindy as it was, because it was a fucking grind to be finished the decks in the game. Like, holy shit. Like, I think I went through over 300 wormholes to finally get the decks completed.
Jesus.
Something like that. I think I doubled my length of time playing that game just to finish the decks in the DLC. Yeah.
No, thank you, sir. And then we have Jump King. I guess this is the new. Bless you, sir.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I have the Jump King NB Plus. I'm assuming this is the new Babe Plus.
Yes, I returned to that game after I was finished Pokemon DLC.
And what does the new Babe Plus offer us in the world of Jump King?
The new Babe Plus offers what Jump King has as the main map, but a brand new map that's harder than the first map.
Okay. Is the Babe hotter?
I have no idea. I've not reached the top yet. I returned to this game. I was rusty because I haven't played it for nearly a year. I fell all the way back down to the bottom from where I was, and I made myself get all the way back up. And I'm now like 50% of the way there. And I have now watched a tutorial video for how to get up there easier.
You're cheating.
I will report. Dude, I have 30 hours in this map.
He was researching.
30 hours? Is it that
30
hard?
hours, and I've made it only to like 60% of the way there on the second map. I got like 19 hours on the first map, and I've already,
how much is New Babe Plus?
It's free. It comes with the game. You can get it. It's a free map. I already gave you the game for Christmas week.
Yeah, I know. I have to play. It's I got it in my queue here. I got a queue of stuff to play.
But I will say, if you want to know how hard New Babe Plus is, only 10% of people have beaten the first map who has the game.
And that was you, right? You're in that 10%?
I am one of them, yes. New Babe Plus, only 2.7% of players have beaten that map.
Wild.
Yes.
That is...
I will definitely be returned to that once I am done with God of War: Sons of Sparta. If Resident Evil Requiem is not released by then.
Yeah, Resident Evil Requiem is going to take a lot of our time up here. I will not lie.
Yes, soon.
Okay, that is Sons of Sparta. That is Jump King New Bay Plus, and of course Pokemon Legends ZA. Zenith,
Now
what
we're
the fuck
reporting
is?
back with Pokemon Day news soon?
Yeah, Pokemon Day. Report Pokemon Day to us. Let us know what all the Pokemon happenings are, and let us know how they're going to rip you off for your money. Before Zenith falls asleep because he's been up all night, what the fuck is Farming Shuffler Challenge?
I saw this last night. I was wondering what the hell is he doing.
All right, so I did what's called a shuffler. So I think I mentioned that I've done this before on the podcast, and it's where, so I have a program, and it's like an emulator where you can put a bunch of games in a list, and what it does is you can make it where it swaps games randomly between any determined amount of time. So in this case, it was every 10 to 60 seconds. So I looked through the list of farming sim games, and I picked a whole bunch of Harvest Moon games. So if you don't know, Harvest Moon inspired Stardew Valley. We would not have Stardew Valley without Harvest Moon.
True.
So I picked 4 games, and there's one for the Super Nintendo, there is one for the N64, one for the Game Boy Advance, and one for the PlayStation 1.
Oh, Jesus, that's a lot.
So that's 4 games I had to play. Well, actually, there's a lot more Harvest Moon games, but it doesn't play GameCube games and Wii
they
games.
all have to sit on the sim. Like, do they all have to sit in the same emulator? Kind of like, that how it works?
Yeah, it had to be compatible with the emulator because like it randomly swaps in the middle of whatever the fuck it is that you're doing.
Nice. Okay.
So I had to harvest 3 different crops. I had to catch 3 different fish in each game. I had to then buy a cow in every single game, and cows are expensive. And I also had to increase the romance level by different NPCs for each game by 1 level. So, and I thought, this shouldn't be too bad. Maybe I'll be done, by about like 8 o'clock. Have like a nice early dinner. No. So, long story short, the controls for every single game are actually different. Whereas in one game, I'll bring up my controller right here to show. Run was this button, and then another game, run was this button, and then another game, run was this button, and another game, it was the only game I could actually use the analog stick, because the other 3 games I have to use the D-pad in order to move, and where I could just automatically run, but it was also isometric, meaning I had to farm on an angle.
Jesus.
Which was not fun. So many times, I'm like, all right, I'm sprinting, trying to make sure I can sell this fish before the day ends, and then all of a sudden it swaps another game, and then I'm carrying something very valuable over my head, and I just throw it on the ground, and it's gone. And that happened about like 10 to 20 times, and I was so that kept happening over and over and over and over. And then I found out that like for there's so many different hiccups or things that I realized is that, this is going to be way harder than I thought it would be. For example, I found out that for like one of the games, if you try and sell any thing past 5 p.m. if you put it in the shipping bin, it's gone forever. You make no money from it.
Oh, jeez.
So, and then that same game, because I thought I was ready to finish it up. Okay, so all I have to do is buy a cow. I realized that like, no, you need to make sure that you need to have a certain amount of grass in your farm before they even let you buy a cow. I'm like, what the fuck is this stupid ass rule? And another game, well, they only sold 2 different crops for like for spring, so I had to like wait until summer for one of the games. And if you played Stardew Valley, that's a whole ass season you're waiting for.
God damn.
And then and another one of the games, I think like I couldn't play for like the first hour and a half because I was stuck in cutscene hell.
Ew.
It was honestly brutal, and it just took forever, like to like romance some of the characters, because like so like come like 2 a.m. It's like, you know what, all I'm gonna do is I need to provide tiebreaker between these two games, and I was fish. Oh yeah, and that's another thing is 2 of the games it required fishing where you have to hold the button down and release when you're ready to catch the fish. But the thing is though, what happens when it swaps to another game? You swap back to the game, and all of a sudden you pull your rod out.
Oh no!
So you lose your fish. It was super frustrating when I had to catch 3 from the fish.
Sounds horribly annoying.
And another one of the games, turns out I needed the to like. It took me so long because you couldn't catch a large fish until you upgraded your rod to like silver or gold, and that was like a lot of money and a lot of time. And I'm just like, I keep throwing my stuff that makes me money on the ground because he keeps fucking swapping games. So this was the stupidest fucking challenge I've ever done. But the part that's so crazy about it is despite it being 2 a.m., it's like, how come no one has left? Why are you all watching this garbage?
That seems like you had a lot of fun.
I didn't actually, but the thing that pushed me through it is the fact is like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm committed to it because I actually spent about 6 hours trying to prepare for this stream, because I had to make like a whole like graphic for like the tracker. Yeah. So I was determined just to keep pushing on, and and to add to all that, it was super not frustrating, but like I had alerts. So like imagine you trying, because like the fishing was so hard, especially to catch like the large fish that I needed. Like I had to look at like the character's eyeball, and once I see it gyrating, I have to immediately like button mash the button or let go of the button. And I'm just focusing and not seeing a word, and then all of a sudden someone jump scares you with an alert.
Nice.
It was the worst thing. So like I kept getting jump scared. And not to mention,
and then the
people
game
kept covering the
switch it
screen
on
with
you?
stickers. Yep. It's especially frustrating when it's like, oh shoot, where are my buttons again? I gotta do this. Oh yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. Yeah. I'm so tired. I canceled today's stream because it's like, no, there's no fucking way. I'm so tired.
I mean, anyone out there, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see Zenith do anything for money, Legends of Zenith, twitch.tv.
Yeah. Zen is basically the Twitch version of Ben Star, everyone.
Yep, he'll do it. He'll do it for you.
Anything for money.
I didn't make any money from it, really, from that stream, really, because no one wants to watch shit.
Yes. Zen Star, everyone.
Zen Star. All right. Yeah. Well, sir, I hope you have better tidings today. Yeah. You have a more enjoyable experience.
I'm having a nap after podcast.
You're having a nap?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
We are so close to getting you that nap, because now Morgan is doing why are you playing Oregon Trail?
I don't know.
Why is there a 2021 version of Oregon Trail?
This is my suggestion, and it was a good decision.
Yeah, it was for the lulz.
Let me see this.
Yeah, so I had a great time with the older one. I actually played the original one. Well, I think it was the original one. Back in the 90s on like the really old computers back in school, and then
Apple
they had
II,
like another
Apple II with the big floppy drive.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I don't think these were like in DOS. I think this might have been when it was in like Windows 95, but I forget. I think they had one that came out as like a double pack on Windows 98 or so. I played that one, and then I got this version from 2021 like a couple of years. It was like in the last couple of years. I think it was gifted to me. I forget. I hadn't yet touched it. And then I was talking about content stuff with Zen, and then he made the suggestion, and it actually turned out to be a good suggestion. Because like what historically I've always done before, like I try to have like a good expedition here or there, but every now and then I will try to purposefully have a bad one. And I've actually done this before, where so like you have to buy your supplies before you head out on the journey. And they tell you should get medicines, blankets, extra wagon parts and stuff like that, animals, whatever it is that you might need for the journey. I basically went with nothing. No, I take it back.
Good job. Good job.
Actually, I take that back. I did buy a couple of things.
Everyone in her party was starving, and then she walks by like a bread and breakfast that's like offering like free food, and she just walked right past it. I'm like, excuse me,
why is there a bed and breakfast in Oregon Trail? Why?
This is the funny thing. It's just like, so they said you can buy all these things and you should buy all these things to make sure that you make your way there. What I've done in the past is like if people had snake bites, I put Vaseline on it. If there were poison berries, I made them eat it. If there were poisoned oxen, if they were like sick oxen, I made them eat that too. We did not anchor our stuff when we crossed rivers. We didn't avoid rocky paths, so the wheels broke. Surprisingly, it took like half of the journey before I got kicked off. I actually expected to be kicked off sooner. But so now to this playthrough, I was like, I'm going to commit to having an evil run. I didn't know that you could actually now name the characters that you pick after like any name that you want to pick. So they ended up getting named after community members. Nice. And when we made it to the Zen's already mad about this because of what happened to him. So so we got to so we were in Independence. We were supposed to pick up supplies and stuff like that before we made our journey. I think they made me have to buy a wagon, but I basically avoided having to buy pretty much anything else. And then we just kind of set out. I had Jane, my sister, aka Armara, in the party. I had Zen. We also had one of our other friends, Exoplanet, in our party as well. And then we also had another community member, and for Bob is like one of the other party members as well. So I would say, or I would argue rather, Jane was probably the lucky one out of the four because she passed away first. So she didn't actually get to see the horrors of what happened after.
Yeah, I love how Morgan said, oh yeah, and Jane got lucky. It's like she's the one that died first way before everyone else did. How is being dead lucky?
Well, look at the shit that had to happen after. Like
she gave everyone dysentery. Sexually transmitted dysentery.
We're gonna get to that too. So unfortunately, like I was trying to have a bad run where like everybody died pretty quickly, but because they were named after people that I know, I was kind of like half and half on it, where I sort of tried to keep them alive. Jane ended up unfortunately passing one day before we got access to food, so she died of starvation. But her epitaph says that she died of dysentery instead. And then poor Zen. Zen wanted coffee on 3 separate occasions. And the funny thing is that we had an opportunity to get coffee the first time, but we could not afford it because we were bartering with someone. And then the second time we completely skipped getting coffee. The third time we did actually buy coffee the third time, but unfortunately, Zen broke his leg and died like literally within minutes.
Before. Like right
you got
after.
gangrene and died?
So I didn't
because you didn't have coffee.
Ow.
Because you didn't have coffee.
You made the cart roll over my leg and then I died.
Wait. I mean, I don't know about these new games. Like, I don't know about this new version, but didn't you have an amount of money at the start? So how could you not buy coffee?
Yes.
She didn't want to buy it.
I didn't want to buy it.
So what did you do with all the money?
Funny enough, we just pretty much didn't use it.
Yeah, she was like haggling with people saying, oh, I don't know if I want to buy this. It's like, that's $50. We don't have $50. Like, Morgan, you have over for $450. You're a fucking liar.
How much was it? $450?
Yeah, it was like somewhere between 410 and 450, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, Morgan, you're stingy Asian showing. Stop it.
Here's another funny thing too, because like Zen IRL, he's terrified of snakes. His character in the journey got bitten by a snake and it was poisonous, and I made him just live with it.
Nice.
Wow. His
So,
worst fear come true.
turns out I'm not going anywhere next month, so you will see me on the podcast.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, I just Googled this game. Like I Googled
Mm-hmm.
Oregon Trail Tournament, and one of the articles here that pops up, it says, from NPR, a new spin on a classic video game gives Native Americans better representation. So they
Wow.
apparently
It
actually
does. It
does.
does.
they actually
That's good
fixed
then.
the problem.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? But I remember that. I remember Oregon Trail from like literally the Apple II games with like the black and green screen.
Yep.
Well, a long ass time ago. This seems to look a lot nicer and a lot prettier.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So kudos to Oregon Trail. I'm sorry Zenith did not survive and did not get coffee and got bit in the leg and then died from gangrene on the leg.
Should have been better.
You should have manned up, Zenith. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everything was poison.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he destroyed our provisions of berries because his character has like the pessimistic and paranoid personality traits.
All
So
the
I purposefully
stats.
made I purposefully made him go pick berries, and he was paranoid and he destroyed the entire bush instead.
Yeah, and also I thought that the wagon was broken when it wasn't, so I decided to repair it and then ended up breaking the wagon.
Okay, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Good work.
Oh yeah, he did. He actually did receive dysentery from one of the other party members. I don't even know how.
Twice.
Twice, yeah, twice.
Ugh.
He got kicked one of the times because of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we also didn't shower.
Ah,
Yeah, I made them never shower or clean their clothes for
Ugh.
like at
Or
least
sleep.
20 something days or sleep. Yeah, they never slept.
this is horrible. This is horrible. How much is this Oregon Trail?
Yeah.
I forget it's
Yeah,
not that
Morgan
much, I
Trail.
$24.99, so that's $30.
think.
Jesus
I need a
Christ. That's a lot of money. Okay.
Yeah.
$29 on Steam, Oregon Trail 2021. There you go. Relive a classic. Okay, Morgan has disappeared.
Oh no, I just had to get a tissue.
Pleasure.
Bless you. Okay.
I'm just like
we need to
eyes
know
leaking.
how are you taking to one of the worst games ever made in Kingdom Hearts Final Mix?
Oh no.
So I'm kind of half and half on it. Like I am enjoying it. It is fun, and there's like, there's cute things, there's nice looking things, but also at the same time, they're kind of awful with explaining objectives. And if you have ADHD like me and you got a lot going on and you can't remember shit like for more than 5 seconds, well, GG's get fucked, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they don't tell you where your objectives are if you happen to forget. You can't
No,
find
you
that
get
like in a
fucking
journal
lost.
or anything.
You get
Yeah.
lost. There's
Yeah.
no map. Well, there's a map, but there's no like directional like markers or indicators or anything about where you're supposed to go. You're just fucking roaming around, right? And then you're doing the first one.
Mhm.
And the jumping mechanic in this game is fucking absurd.
It's weird. It's like
Why?
bind on.
Yeah.
Why does he fucking split his legs like a cheerleader on every fucking jump he does?
like
Yeah,
Because
he
he's a
jumps like a
cheerleader
Disney
train.
character,
Yeah.
from what I've learned.
oh
That's-
really?
That's how
Yeah.
no, all Disney characters jump like this?
Yes.
Mhm.
Look at Mickey
Yeah,
Mouse.
the controls I find that are kind of. Sorry, go ahead.
I've never seen Mickey Mouse jump.
I think I may have before. So yeah, I see what Zen's saying.
Yeah, no, I've never seen him jump. If anyone in the chat here can attest to it, I've never seen Mickey Mouse jump in a cartoon before. I've seen him kind of like hop around, but not like jump. Epic Mickey. I actually never played Epic Mickey. I know they just remastered all those, so maybe that's something. It's like they're jumping hurdles in the Olympics.
Yeah. Do I fuck the hurdle?
Yeah.
I find that the
fucking-
controls are kind of odd because like I'm used to like jumps being on like X, and it's like on circle instead. So
Yeah,
it's kind
it's
of weird
fucking
for me.
absurd.
Now you know how I felt doing the fucking farming thing. It's like, what do you mean run to this button? And now it's this button. And now it's this button. It can't make it up its fucking mind.
No, it's like
Oh.
they took the standard control of everything. Well, now, okay, I take this back because this is PS2 era before we actually had a standardization for controls.
Yeah, because like they did actually like change a lot, like addressing a lot of, like the awkwardness in the controls in Kingdom Hearts 2 and then subsequent titles onwards. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1 is supposed to be like a clunky clusterfuck.
Kid Kalen asks, Kid Kalen's like, Morgan, how far are you in the Kingdom Hearts? And I'm about ready to say she's far enough. Like, you don't go any further in
You've gone
this.
too far.
You've gone too far. What was it? What part are you in? Like,
I don't remember what number world it is, but I'm in Monstro now.
Ah, okay.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. It's gonna get way worse.
I took one step in, like I took 1 foot in there, and I was like, "Oh no, my PTSD is coming back." I found Jabu Jabu again.
The stupid, like I said, the stupid jungle level, with the conga beat.
Tarzan.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Yep.
I'm like, oh my god, nope, this is dumb.
Yeah,
And then
Lord.
I will say the only thing I found truly like cool in Kingdom Hearts was well, I don't want to spoil it. I won't say. But you know, you do get to some of the cooler worlds later on. The jungle level wasn't that bad. Yes, it was. Your standards are too low.
I
I'll play
think
game in a while. Oof.
Yeah, the problem that I had with the jungle one was the lack of direction, where it's just back and forth trying to figure out what you're supposed to do.
I was looped around in that thing for probably a good 40 minutes, like figuring out if I'm
Same.
going in the right spot or not. I'm like, this is miserable. It gets worse, as I think Kaylin said. It gets worse, like in terms of map navigation. It gets worse. Again, that is one of those ones that people love it or they hate it, and I cannot. And like, I feel bad, right? Because people genuinely love this game, but then again, it's like this is a bad example of an introduction to a game, right?
Yeah.
It's like a first date, right? It's like, because people always say, oh, wait till you get to like the second game or the third game or, you know, the fucking fourth game, right? It's like, I'm not going to go and have a first date with someone, have it be a miserable first date, and then go again and be like, yeah, the second one's going to be great. You know,
Yeah.
the third one's going to be much, much better. So what the hell is this? I'm just confirming my patience for loop music at a retail store. Oh God. Nope. No, sorry. Yeah. See, so like, and I'm not saying that the second game's not good. Maybe the game is significantly better in the second one. Like maybe they've made the improvements, but
The second one is better.
Okay.
you really, really got to get through that first hurdle to be
Yeah,
I
like,
know a lot of
like,
people that just generally do not like a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans. It's just like, just get through the first game because it does set up like a lot of like the lore, and then once you get to like the second game and beyond, where it's oh my gosh, okay, finally.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
but
Also,
that is.
I gotta take a giant shit, guys.
Yay!
Well,
All right.
I'm
Have your
pulling what is it, like a sign for Kojima? Wrap it up.
all right.
Yeah.
We've got like 2 minutes here anyway, so we're gonna wind it out. Before we leave, it is Valentine's Day. By the time you hear this, Valentine's Day will have passed, unless you're watching us live right now. So it is Valentine's Day, the date of this recording. Real quick, we need your favorite video game couple before we can sign off here. So if Zenith's got a shit, he better have a couple.
Yeah.
Dill, you go first.
I mean, I was thinking about it, and lots of a few. There's a lot of examples, like things that I really like. One that I really enjoyed, my first one interacting with, was Nathan and Elena from the Uncharted series.
That was my pick too.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah,
see ya.
I low key thought you were gonna come in with Leon and Ada Wong.
That was on the list. That was
Okay.
on the list, I will admit.
And then
But
Sonic and Amy.
Sonic and Amy, I'm not a fan of Amy.
Not quite there. Okay.
Yeah. I made a list. I looked through all of them and I was like, out of all these, which one's my favorite? Nathan and Elena had the great chemistry from start to finish, in my personal opinion.
And I hate to say, but there is minor spoilers there, but they really do see their relationship through, despite all the hurdles.
Despite all the hurdles, despite all the things, despite Nathan being a dick at times.
Yeah, kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
That was my pick as well, so we'll lump it in here. Nathan and Elena's my pick. Special mention is, of course, Cloud and Aerith.
I put Cloud and Tifa.
Oh, okay. What about Barrett and Cloud? Or if you're playing Zenith Run.
Yeah, Red 13 and Cloud.
Yeah, if you're playing Zenith Run, what about Red 13 and Cloud?
Yeah.
But yeah, so Cloud and Aerith is my honorable mention here. Morgan, who is your favorite video game couple?
I wish that I could have said Link and Zelda, but I don't think that was ever technically really confirmed for any of the games. Really,
not a thing.
No.
Yeah. So I might have probably. I would agree with Nathan and Elena. I think I would have said also probably Titus and Yuna as well.
I put that too. I write that down.
Okay.
Damn it. That's my pick. Get out of here. Be original, Morgan. Shut the fuck up.
You're just saying that so you can go poo.
The thing is,
actually my top pick.
The thing about Titus and Yuna, I wish they had more time together.
Me too.
That's my only criticism.
But also, what makes
it
more
careful.
interesting is spoiler alert, is because because Titus couldn't have her for like most of the game. Was what is also what really like makes that build and build and build. So because you're wanting more and you want that time, because you didn't really get a chance to really be together, which makes it really special.
X2
doesn't exist. Don't pay attention to Chibi.
All right. So Zenith, is it actually Titus and Yuna? Is that your pick?
Yeah, Titus and Yuna was my pick. The second one I was actually thinking, and I was like, you know what? Depending on your choices, I actually really liked Marcus and North from Detroit Become Human.
I did not play that, but okay, interesting.
Yeah, Marcus and North.
Interesting. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. I also wrote down here Geralt and Yennefer from the Witcher series.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a spicy one.
Say I've not played the first two games, but the chemistry between them two in the third game was so good.
Yeah, a little spice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. All right, guys. That is your favorite video game couples. That's a PlayStation State of Play. That is the Overwatch update and a lot of other fun stuff. Exclamation point social media, as always. You can go check out all the links to this place. Clips, all that good stuff. Previous episodes over on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your stuff. It's all there. Exclamation point social media if you're in the chat. Otherwise, you can look up Good People Media Group. You can look up Good Friends, Good Games, and get all that fun stuff. Next date back is the 28th off the top of my head. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, 28th we'll be back. So yeah, we will see you guys again soon. This is Good Friends, Good Games. We got Dill, we got myself, we got Morgan, we have Zenith. We'll see you guys soon. You guys have a good rest of your day.